In this video, I want to talk about inline gap match questions. Personally, it is my favorite question type in Inspira to use for languages because it has different options in the question settings that make it easier for us to manipulate questions and to increase their difficulty. So one thing that you can use this question for is for something like a sequence. So here we have a dialogue between Carlos and Maria, and the students have one person's side of the dialogue, but not the other. So they have to then drag the options down to the correct place. In this example, we have one option for each space. Okay, so the students aren't left with any extras at the end. In this example though, we have distracted. So we have 5 spaces and then there are 2 distractors here as well. So this increases the difficulty for the students. It's not a matter of maybe process of elimination. They actually have to really think about these options to see which one can go where. So in this case, the students need to watch a video and then they need to order the topics that I mentioned in the video. So it's the same function, dragging it down. However, they will be left with 2 options at the end. So that's one way that we can increase difficulty to get the students to think a little bit more about their answers, and rather than being able to eliminate by seeing which one makes sense more in one spot than the other. In this last example that I'm going to show you, so in this example, it's a part of a larger question set, but the students here need to analyze some language data from a language called Ulwa, and then they need to move the morphemes into the spots to make up the correct word. So as you can see, as I'm dragging these sections down, each piece down, it is staying at the top here. So this is because I've selected the option to allow the reuse of alternatives. So this increases the complexity again, because you can see here I've used the morpheme bin twice. Of course, you could also change your settings so that you can reuse the alternatives and add distractors, but this question doesn't have distractors because it's already quite complex. So you can find these options in the distractors section and the options section in your question when you're building it. So distractors, you can add distractors here. And for the options, we have the option for the order of alternatives, which you can select as random, and the reuse of alternatives, which in this case is allowed. There are also some useful settings here in setup. So you can see here I've got token size, auto size to the largest token. So this can be changed. So if you select individual size, then the token will be the size of the word that is in the token. If you do auto size to largest token, then all the tokens will be the same size. So this can be useful if your token size can actually give away the answer. So that's something important to keep in mind. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that you found it useful, and I also hope that you enjoy playing around with these inline gap match questions.